Hi, how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing great. And I have a new video for you guys. This is about announcement, our first topic that we are supposed to talk about this semester. In this video, we are going to discuss what an announcement is, why it is important, the structure of an announcement, and the components that you should include in an announcement. Enjoy the video.
Okay, so this is my first video for you guys for this semester. In this video, we're going to talk about the first topic, announcement. I believe that you are already familiar with this, and in Bahasa Indonesia, you call it pengumuman. When you were in junior high school, you, I believe, already studied this topic. And I hope that what you studied about this topic in junior high school will really help you understand the topic better. The question is, why is this topic important? Why do we have to study this topic this semester? Well, at least I can identify two reasons for this. The first is that you can find announcements almost everywhere. So this is really part of our life, actually. When you are at church, for example, or when you are at the railway station, at the airport, at an office, you will always find announcements. When you're at church, for example, it could be announcement about church activities or invitation to meetings that should be attended by all the congregation. When you're at an office, you can also find a very typical announcement, maybe about pay rise or about invitation to a meeting that all employees should attend. You see, it is a very simple topic, but at the same time, it is a very important one because you can find announcements just everywhere. And this is the second reason that I can identify why we are studying this topic. I believe that at some points in your life, you need to make an announcement at least once. So that's why you need to know how to do it. If you are an event organizer, for example, you are organizing an event, a concert, for instance, you need to let the public know about the event so that they can come and join the event. You see? Okay, so again, you can find announcements just everywhere you go. You see? At school, in your neighborhood, on a newspaper, at church, at the airport, at the railway station, and some other places. So that's why it is really an important topic. So what is an announcement? What is it? If you look up in the dictionary, you will find this definition. So according to one of the dictionaries, an announcement is an official notification made to the public or a certain audience about something that has happened or will happen. So simply put, an announcement is something that you make to tell people about what has happened or what will happen. When you talk about announcements, you can find different types of announcements out there. For example, announcements of events, announcements of seminars, announcements of missing persons, animals, or even items, announcements of job vacancies. So the type of announcement really depends on the subject of the announcement itself. It really depends on the type of information that the announcement contains. So again, there are so many different kinds of announcements out there, but this video is just focused on public events and school event announcements. Public event or school event announcements are announcements that people make to give detailed information about certain events that are going to take place in a public or school setting. Public events are events that are open for the general public. Let me give you some examples of a public event. Public events include exhibitions, expositions, fairs, concerts, fundraising events, festivals, and so on. So these public events, of course, they take place in a public setting. What about school events? School events are events that take place in a school setting, and these kinds of events are usually organized by the students. And a lot of students are usually taking part in organizing these kinds of events. When I'm talking about school, what I mean by school here is not just limited to junior high school or senior high school, but it also includes universities and also other higher learning institutions. Now let me give you some examples of school event. School events include fundraising events, concerts, music performance, theater performance, sports, seminars, and also some other kinds of events that take place in school setting, and these kinds of events are intended for the school community. Okay, so now let me give you 2 examples of announcements, and these 2 announcements that I'm about to give to you as examples are in the forms of posters. You might be wondering why I chose posters. Well, we are talking about public events and school events, and I believe that posters are really an effective tool for delivering important information about the events to the public and also to the school community. And also, another reason is that posters are catchy and also attractive at the same time because of the color and also the design. Okay, so now let's talk about the first example, the first poster. I think it's a very interesting poster. It's simple and it has a lot of information about an event that is hosted by the Nigerian Institute of Advanced Legal Studies, and the event is called NILS. NILS here stands for Nigerian Institute of Advanced Legal Studies. The event is called NILS Founders Day Lecture 2019. Maybe it is a kind of seminar, or at least it is like a seminar in which the founders of the institution deliver a lecture for, the whole community of the institution. Now let me talk about the structure of this poster. Well, when you're talking about structure of a poster or any type of announcement, usually we only have 2 most important elements or parts. The first is the title. You can see here, just look at the cursor. So here is the title, NILS Founders Day Lecture 2019. That is the title. And at the same time, it also refers to the name of the event. And I would say that it is the most important part of the announcement poster. Why? Because just by reading it, you will know what the poster is about. And the second most important part of the poster is the explanation or the description of the event. So here you can find detailed information about the event. Here you have the theme of the event, and then below that you have the guest lecturer, the speakers, and here you also have information about where the seminar or the general lecture takes place and also when it takes place. And you can also see here that we have the logo of the host, the institution host right here, and also the social media right here. Okay, so there's a lot of information that you can find in the poster. I would say that this is not, well, this is a good example of an event poster. Yes, it is a good example, but I think this is not really an ideal poster. Why? Because there are some pieces of information that you cannot find in the poster. For example, how to register or how to participate in the event. There is no information about that, you see. The contact person, who should we contact if we want to join the event, if we want to participate in the event? And also the target audience. Is it for the general public or is it just for students and lecturers at the Institute of Advanced Legal Studies? So it's not really clear. There are some pieces of information that are missing from the poster. Now let's talk about the second example, the second poster. Just like the first example, this poster also has two most important elements. The title, of course. The title is right here. Independence Day with 2 free concerts. That's the title. And then complete description of the event. So now let's talk about the components. So here you have the headline or the title. Okay. And then the host and the logo. This is the host and the logo. The host is New Orleans Concert Band. Okay. And then the theme. I think the theme is implied within the title. Independence Day is the theme. And then the performer and also the agenda. Here is the agenda. On Wednesday, this is what happens. And on Thursday, this is what happens. And the performer is the host. And then there is also information about where and when. And then the target audience. Of course, the target audience is the general public because this is a public event. And then we can also find the website and social media. Okay, so this is the website address. Okay, and then the social media. Just like the first example, this poster also doesn't have any information about the contact person. So if we need further information about the event, we just don't know how to do it. Okay, there is no information whatsoever. Well, you know, because this is a free concert, this is a free event, that means that you can attend the event, you can go to the event without buying any tickets. There is no information about how to buy the tickets, so that's why. See, because this is a free event. But if you are organizing an event that requires people to buy tickets, then there should be information about where to buy the tickets and also the price of the ticket and how to do it. When it comes to description of the event, when it comes to giving information about the event, please include any relevant information that is relevant to the event. That is very important because that really helps people who want to attend the event or who want to participate in the event. Okay, so now let's review the components that you should have when you are designing a poster, an announcement poster. Okay, of course, this is the most important component, the headline or the title. You see, don't forget to put the title. And then the host organization or the organizer company name. Okay, and then also the logo. Don't forget the logo. Okay, and then the registration URL and the requirements. Well, it really depends on the event. If you are organizing an event that is free, I mean a free event, and then of course you don't have to provide any information about the registration and the requirements. But if it's a paid event, then of course you need to provide the registration URL, okay, so that people know how to register, and also the requirements. And then the company or event logo. So here are also some other pieces of information that you should include in your announcement poster. But of course, it doesn't mean that you have to include everything, because it really depends on the event itself. So here we have name of the event, target audience, topic or theme of the event, location, date, time, duration, participation fee, ticket prices, and how to purchase them. Of course, it's for a paid event. And then guests, speakers, showcase or performers, agenda, the event website URL, the deadline. Well, this one is optional actually. The deadline means when and where the announcement was written, or was made. And then the last piece of information that is very important is the contact person. The contact person. You should include there the name of the person, and the address if it is necessary, and the phone number.
Okay, so that was the end of my video presentation. Hope you enjoyed the video. And I also hope that the video presentation answers our questions about what an announcement is, why it is important, the structure, and also the components of an announcement. Have a nice day.